Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. This is my newest rank 5 rank up. If you missed the video I posted in the past 24 hours on my channel, he is over 50,000 health, almost 7,000 attack. And at Sig 200, that Red Wings lock-on lasts 2 seconds longer for an additional 1,994.67 crit rating, basically a 2,000 crit rating. And if you haven't used Falcon before and you haven't really utilized that awakened ability, I should say, it's game-changing when you're fighting Thing. I, in Battlegrounds, fought Overseer in the past week, and he turned off the auto-block. And there are just so many metas where Falcon and Crossbones, both are Sig 200 on my account, are just two of the best champions you can use. And they're not the sexiest champions. They're not the ones that get the highest crits. They're not the ones that are going to complete the Realm of Legends Winter Soldier test the fastest. But in terms of reliability, I think everybody should want a rank 5 Falcon and Crossbones at Sig 200 at some point. I know that is very expensive, much easier said than done. I can probably sound like an elitist tool for saying that, and I acknowledge that. But at the same time, I want to help people make the best rank up decisions in this game, and Falcon and Crossbones are just guaranteed. They're like a fine wine. They just get better with age. They're guaranteed must-haves with how the game evolves, because they can turn off so many annoying things that so many other champions can't, not even our boy Hercules, who, yes, is still so good on so many paths, especially 8.3, but not every path. And, of course, the game knows that one of the best ways to neutralize Hercules is to put something like Biohazard in a path, but then you take away a lot of champions that you might want to use, because Biohazard just wrecks so many champions who don't have those double immunities. So, now I am going for another must-have rank up in the same class as Falcon, nonetheless. You can see my Crossbones, by the way, is rank 4, Sig 200. He won't be my next rank 5 for a while. There's just so many good skill champions that I want to take up. But he's on the list. But to join him today is somebody that 8.3 really helped. Like 8.3 is definitely just a total 1,000% gift to the community. I still think in some ways it's like invisible compensation for wanting people to play before the sequel to The Abyss, which I'm sure will not be a gift, unless it's a gift to Kabam's pocketbooks. And also, of course, before Cyber Week and gifting and so on and so forth. So I am going to use this rank up gem right now. And Mole God, I've been wanting to do this all year. He is also somebody that his demise was heavily exaggerated, because I just gotta tell you, he is still so valuable, especially with the True Strike. And yeah, he's not the best defender in Battlegrounds, but if you have a round 3 desperation and it's between him and like Angela or Gambit or somebody that you've taken in that you thought would be an attacker, Mole God is easily better than all of those champions I just named. And yeah, part of him has been nerfed in the last couple of years, but once you get past that, at least to me, I find that most of what I love about Mole God hasn't been touched. So when I use him in fights, I don't think about the nerf. I think about his unique utility. And he also has really good bleed damage, especially depending on how many points you have in deep wounds. So all in all, this is a moving day on my account, which feels like sometimes it's only reserved for major whale holidays like Cyber Week and July 4th week and Spring Cleaning Week and even gifting. 2 weeks? Is it 2 or 3 weeks that gifting happens? I mean, excuse me. Now we're calling it the banquet like we're some fancy royal society, but it is easier to call it the banquet because we're not going to be allowed to gift accounts because of all the fraud that's been going on for so many years. And Kabam finally decided to do something after years of letting it just happen. There is Mulgod, and I am back. His demise, heavily exaggerated. I still think everybody should have a rank 4 Mulgod, and I know it's easier said than done, but 8.3 got it done. So, Kabam, thank you for the motivation to take this guy up. I'm going to be using him at some point. I'm going to be so thankful. He's at rank 4, and I encourage everybody watching this as a long-term plan to do the same on their roster when you get him.